I'd miss you half as much as I do. And I never thought I'd feel this way, the way I feel about you. As soon as I wake up, every night, every day, I know that it's you I need to take the blues away. It must be love, love, love. It must be love, love, love. Nothing more, nothing less. Love is the best. How can it be that we can say so much without words? Bless you and bless me. Bless the bees and the birds. I've got to be near you every night, every day. I couldn't be happy any other way. It must be love, love, love. It must be love, love, love. Nothing more, nothing less. Love is the best. As I wake up every night, every day, I know that it's you I need to take the blues away. It must be love, love, love. It must be love, love, love. Nothing more, nothing less. Love is the best. It must be love, love, love. 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 Nothing more, nothing less. Love is the best.
I found a love for me. Well, darling, just dive right in and follow my lead. Well, I found a girl, beautiful and sweet. Well, I never knew you were the someone waiting for me. 'Cause we were just kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. I will not give you up this time. Darling, just kiss me slow. Your heart is all I own, and in your eyes you're holding mine. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass. We're listening to our favorite song. When you said you looked a mess, I whispered underneath my breath, but you heard it. Darling, you look perfect tonight. I found a love to carry more than just Christmas secrets, to carry love, to carry children of our own. We are still kids, but we're so in love, fighting.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, family and friends of Renee and Darren, welcome and thank you for being here on this important day for them. Today we are gathered together to celebrate the very special love between Renee and Darren by joining them in a marriage. Renee and Darren have chosen this setting in which to be married because it maybe provides an appropriate backdrop for the public affirmation of their love. The Bay of San Antonio, hot Bay of San Antonio today I would call it. This is not normal. We're on a heat wave, so just plenty of hydration later on, all right? Just plenty of drink. We invite you, ladies and gentlemen, to leave behind the worries and concerns of everyday life and join us, please, in the celebration of their marriage. This is an opportunity for us to share not only in the joy of Renee and Darren's love, but also to reaffirm and appreciate the love and the friendship we experience in our own lives. We're going to go for what is my personal view of what is supposed to be a marriage. What should be a marriage? What is a marriage, we ask? A good marriage must be created. In the marriage, the little things are the big things. It's never been too old to hold hands. And it is remembering to say, I love you, at least once a day. It is never going to sleep hungry. And it is having a mutual sense of values and common objectives. It is a standing together and facing the world. It is forming a circle of love that caters in the whole family. And it is speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It is having the capacity to forgive and to forget. It is giving each other an atmosphere in which each can grow. And it is a common search of the good and the beautiful. That is my personal view of the marriage. And then we've got a key, magic key. A key what opens every drawer and opens the love drawer as well, that key. The key to love is understanding. To have the ability to comprehend not only the spoken words, but those unspoken gestures. The key to love is forgiveness. To accept each other's faults and pardon mistakes. The key to love is sharing, facing your good fortune as well as the bad together. The key to love is giving, always without a thought of a return. The key to love is respect, realizing that you are two separate people with different ideas, that you don't belong to each other, you belong each other. You belong with each other and share a mutual bond. The key to love is inside us all, and it takes patience to unlock all the ingredients. And it is a continual learning process, but the rewards are more than worth it. This is for me, the key to open the love drawer. Would you like to stand up for me, please? Renee and Darren, the words about to be said now are a serious display of the intensity and sincerity of each other's hearts. From this moment on, you will be one, helping, supporting, and loving each other through the windy roads of life, including all its uphill struggles as well, and its beautiful sunset moments. Probably one is going to happen very shortly. Please hold your hands, both. Thank you. Darren, do you take this woman whose hands are now holding to be your wedded wife, and do you promise that you will be to her a true and devoted husband, true to her in sickness and in health, in joy and sorrow, in prosperity and in adversity, and that forsaking all others, you will keep yourself to her and only her for eternity? Renee, do you take this man whose hands you are now holding to be your wedded husband, And do you promise that you will be to him a true and devoted wife, true to him in sickness and in health, in joy and sorrow, in prosperity and in adversity, and that forsaking all others, you will give yourself to him and only him for eternity?
I do.
Brilliant. Let's go for your vows. You told me it was easy vows, yeah? Let's go for an easy one. Keep your hands. Okay. Darren, please repeat after me. I, Darren, take you, Renee,
I, Darren, take you, Renee,
to be my wife.
to be my wife.
Does she love you? Does she drive you crazy sometimes?
All the time.
Always. Right. To love you even when you drive me crazy.
To love you when you drive me crazy.
To respect you when we disagree.
To respect you even when we disagree.
To support you if bad times come our way.
To support you even when bad times come our way.
And to always remember
To always remember
how grateful I am
how grateful I am
to have you by my side.
to have you by my side.
That's nice. Renee, please repeat after me. I, Renee, take you, Darren, to be my husband.
I, Renee, take you, Darren, to be my husband.
To see you
All day today as well.
all day today.
Yeah.
To love you even when you drive me crazy.
To love you even when you drive me.
To respect you when we disagree.
To respect you when we disagree.
To support you if bad times come our way.
To support you if bad times come our way.
And to always remember
And to always remember
how grateful I am
how grateful I am
to have you by my side.
to have you by my side.
Excellent. Is somebody carrying holding the rings for you?
Best man, Dean.
Would you like to come here to my side, please?
They locked him in the room.
Left him in the room?
Yeah.
Did you? Do you know, I saw you in the corridor. Is the room? Where is the room? Where is the room? And I thought, I bet he's the best man with the rings. And here we go. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the ring is an ancient symbol. So perfect and simple. Made of precious metals and purified by the heat of many fires. It has no beginning and it has no end. It is round like the sun. Strong sun today. Like the moon, like the eye, and like the arms when they embrace. It is a circle of love that is given and comes back round again. Your rings are precious because you wear them with love. They symbolize your commitment in marriage. They remind you who you are, where you've been, and where you're going. As you wear them through the time, they will reflect not only who you are as individuals, but also who you are as a couple. May these wedding rings be a reminder to Renee and Darren of the commitment they have made today and be a testimony to all the world of their devotion in marriage. Hey, you can keep them both. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah. And then if you want, just you can take your seat. Yeah. Thank you very much. Why don't we start with the groom? As you place the ring on Renee's finger, please repeat after me. Renee, I give you this ring to wear
Renee, I give you this ring to wear
as a symbol of my love,
as a symbol of my love,
my eternal faith,
my eternal faith,
and my devotion for you.
and my devotion for you.
It is a reminder of our eternal unity.
It is a reminder of our eternal
Our eternal unity. Sound good? Okay. Right? I know. As you place the ring on Darren's finger, please repeat after me. Darren, I give you this ring to wear
Darren, I give you this ring to wear
as a symbol of my love,
as a symbol of my love,
my eternal faith,
my eternal faith,
and my devotion for you.
and my devotion for you.
It is a reminder of our eternal unity.
It's a reminder of our eternal unity.
That's the ring.
A bit small and tall from the side. It is on now.
Okay. Right. I would like you to go to that social bit now.
Okay.
Invite as many people you want to come and join us. To come and join us around this table. Okay? Right? As many as you want. Right? Just round here. That's it. Okay. What we're going to do here is in that bottom. We've got 3 bottles of sand from 3 different places of the island. As you can see, the different grades, yeah? But we are all different. So pictures, everyone is different. That one is dark colour, that's fine, that's a bit thick, right? What we're going to do here is one by one, right? We're going to fill this bottle with all these grains. That's a symbolise of your wedding, right? So as we join all these grains in that bottle, they'll never be separated again. Alright? So make a nice design, join the 3 sands, take 1 each, blim blam, alright? Just fill the bottle. Okay?
So we're into it. So I'm stuck in it.
Oh, is it?
Nice.
It's going now. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Så sticker det pipa i det.
The sand is right. It's probably gone. It's been like 3. Take that back up.
Oh, that's right.
You can tell it's a natural.
That's me, yeah.
There we go. Now.
He's just warm. He's just warm. Very hot.
You've got.
I know. He's been in it all day, see? Yeah. Sorry. No. I think he's been working in it just
Just looking for. Colossal. Put the jar and tip it all back in the bottle.
Yeah.
Start again. Nice. Good idea.
yeah. There's a bit of all of us in there now, see?
Same parking.
Something is something you need to keep. Something you I've got photos of people. It's only a photo. Someone's got it in the chimney, someone's got it in, you know, but they all keep it. They all kept it. I know them.
It's lovely. I know I've got a family.
Like enjoying it enough to the dark.
Yeah, so Katie in the coloured dress there, and the orange dress, she did all that. Yeah. Yeah, she's really clever. She's done this as well.
I can tell that.
I know.
Well, sand ceremony or blending of the sand is a very unique way to symbolize the two lives becoming one in a wedding ceremony. In that case, two lives with all your lives become one in a bottle, all right? So I bet this bottle is going to be kept very safe in the house. That's a very typical thing to do so many years, I would say in the 60s, 70s, you know, when the hippie style started in Ibiza. That was very, very typical to do. Everybody wanted to take a sample of sand of Ibiza. So it started getting popular in this way, now just to blend the sand and make it symbolize the wedding. So that's what you all have done. Thank you very much. Thanks for your participation. And before I pronounce Renee and Darren, husband and wife, I've got just one more thing I want you to do. Just one more. Your wedding day is one that it seems to fly. It is a day full of emotions, friends, rings, a bit of a stress as well, music, dances, some food. Many people remember how fleeting their own wedding day was. So I want you to take a few seconds to look into each other's eyes, please. Think about the happiness that you are feeling just right now, in this place and in this moment. You all right? Really let that feeling register. Really let that feeling register in your heart and in your mind, please. Now I want you to think about your life together in a few years. Where are you? What are you doing? Probably so many different things. But we all know that your visions of the future are not identical. We all know that. But they always have to be complementary from now on. John Lennon, ladies and gentlemen, from the Beatles. You must know Beatles, yeah? Once said, a dream you dream alone is only a dream. A dream you dream together, that is reality. And ladies and gentlemen, for Renee and Darren, that reality starts just now, here in Ibiza, with friends and family. Renee and Darren, you have expressed your love to each other through the commitment and promises you've just made. It is with this in mind that I'm going to pronounce you husband and wife. But just wait, just 1 second. Yeah, well, you've kissed 1,000 times, maybe even more. But today the feeling is new. Come on, you're in Ibiza. No longer simply partners and best friends. You have become today husband and wife, and now you can seal the agreement with a kiss. Today a kiss is a promise. You might not. Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, it's now my pleasure to present for the first time Mr. and Mrs. Bitard.
Never
time of my life. No, I never felt this way before. Yes, I swear it's a truth.
Call our groom, Mr. Todd. This is Right, ready? First of all, can we raise a glass for us all finally again, yeah? Today has been a very long time coming, and I'm sure Ren will agree. First of all, bear with me, as we all know how much I like to say a good speech. I've been writing this for the last 3 years. I'd like to say thanks to all the people who made this day so special for us. Not only our friends, the guests and family who would travel very far distances in uncertain times, and to all the people who could not make it, we look forward to celebrating as soon as we get back. I also want to thank Leila for convincing Mommy to go through this. I'd like to thank all the bridesmaids for doing such a fantastic job in making the day go so much easier, as we all know how stressful it can be for the bride. You all look stunning today, and I can't thank you enough. Dawn and Bert, I'd like to thank Ren's parents for raising such a beautiful daughter. I understand that giving up your daughter will be one of the most difficult things to do. I promise to protect, provide, and ensure that our family is never far from you guys. Russell and Anne, I know your nan and granddad are looking down. To see us now, I think they'll be very proud. And looking at Leila and seeing how stunning she is, and how much she looks like her dad. My mother and father, to my awesome parents, I can never thank you enough for always making sure I have whatever I need, or in many cases, I have whatever I want. Me, Ren and Leila love you so much, and life wouldn't be the same without you in it. Thanks for everything, you really are the best. Sarah and Wayne, thanks for everything you do for us, we really do appreciate it. Wayne, you're the brother that I never had, and I love you to bits. Sarah, the perfect sister that any brother could ever wish for. She's got the brains, good looks, and is always there when I need her. You remind me of the film Twins a bit. I'm Danny DeVito, she's Arnold Schwarzenegger. Dean, I want to say thanks for saying yes to being my best man. I'm so lucky to have a friend like you in my life, and I'm so proud to be your friend. I've known Dean since I was 15 years old, working up the YMCA, and since that day, there has been no looking back. I'm looking forward to spending more time with you in the future. You are 1 in a million, and I'm the luckiest man in the world to have a friend like you. Thanks for everything. Leila, the angel that God blessed us with. You're the most caring, beautiful daughter any parent could ever wish for. And I'm so proud of you. And I want you to know that we will always be here to protect you, guide you in the right direction. Even in times you may disagree. I know I can be grumpy sometimes, and I promise to do better. You are the heartbeat of this family, and we all love you so much. My wife, Renee, armpit dad. Where do I start? How stunning does she look today? It's fair to say, without Ren's organisation and drive, then today would have been left to me. And we don't know what would have happened. We probably would have ended up in Muscle Beach instead of Ibiza. I still can't believe how fortunate I am to call you my wife. I remember when I first gave her a lift home from the Crowning Clinic. I pulled up outside her house and went to give her a kiss, and she turned the other way. I wasn't too disappointed, because I couldn't wait for her to get out so I could fart. The car seat had an arm. Another time was when I plucked up the courage to ask her to be my wife. I got down on one knee, asked her to marry me, and she told me to shut up. Remember that?
I think we're smart in the car.
But look at us now. What an amazing journey we've had the last 14 years. Supported each other through the dark times and enjoyed the hundreds of amazing moments.
I'm so proud of you and everything that you've achieved, becoming a fantastic nurse and being the best mother Linda could ever wish for. You're the most beautiful, caring person I've ever met. I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. I don't know what I've done to deserve a woman like this. Renee, on this day, in front of our friends and family, my mission to you is to ensure, is to make sure you always know how beautiful and bright your smile is. And when we grey and old, I will hold your hand until my last breath. And I'll do this with the heart bursting with love.
Can I call Wayne to say a few words now?
How could it be that? An amazing speech. I haven't written anything down to be honest because everything that I'm going to say is coming from my heart. So, we've been up to 6 days and it's been absolutely brilliant. Today obviously is the main day, so let me tell you a quick story. Going back, I think it was 2.5 years ago, maybe 3, because of the COVID. Renee pulled me to one side and asked me to go out walking down the aisle, and which was a massive moment for me in my life, to be honest. Probably one of the best ones. So today that's happened, and really emotional, and I'm super proud to be able to walk you down the aisle. I absolutely love you the bits, you know how much I love you. Going back with Darren, like I said, I mean, Darren's been there for me 22 years. I'm not saying 22, obviously I've known him 22, but we've never had a bad word to say to each other, ever. Couldn't ask for a better brother-in-law, but love him to bits. I tell you all the time that I love him. I just want to wish the two of you all the happiness in the world. And you know, you are my family, like, love you to bits.
Thank you, Wayne. Now can I call upon Sarah?
1, 2, 1, 2. Does it work? Behave now. I haven't written anything down either, but wow, Da, that speech was absolutely amazing. I'm so proud of you. You know, everyone knows Darren. He doesn't do public speaking at all, so well done. It was really emotional, and really proud of you for that. Well, we finally here. Yay! 3 years in the making. Been partying since 2019. More stags and hens than anyone I know. The most laid back bride and groom I've ever met. Giving me anxiety. And all the other bridesmaids along the way. But that's the best way you can possibly be, is to be laid back. Because look at it, it's turned out perfect. You couldn't have asked for a better day. It's been amazing. We've been around amazing company for the last few days, which has, you know, sort of made the wedding, it's built it up. So thank you everyone for your company, it's been fantastic. I haven't sat for hours trying to put a speech together, because no matter what I did, trying to find funny jokes, etc., is never ever going to beat the big man's who is coming up next. So I didn't attempt that. So I just want to say from my heart, and be a little bit of a serious speech in the sense of, I love you both so much, Da. I love you. I love Renee. You've been obviously a family for many years. We, you know, spend a lot of time together, all the special occasions, and I look forward to many, many more over the years. I just want to say, wish you all the happiness for the future, and I love you both so much. And Lails as well. So, you know, really looking forward to the rest of our lives together, because we really do everything together as a family. So the last thing I want to do is just give a few words off my parents, who sadly can't be here today because of, you know, health reasons. They would have loved to have been here. My mother's been on the phone wishing that she was part of it, but unfortunately she was unable to make the journey. So let me just give a few words from her. So, off my mother, I want to wish my son and new daughter-in-law congratulations on their wedding day. It's been a long time coming, but now I can finally welcome Ren into the Pitted family. Darren, I love you so much. Just glad you had the just glad Renee had the patience to wait for him and take you down the aisle. Once again, congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Pittard. Love, Mam Banwyn. And Daddy just wanted to say, you know, he's so deep. He just finds it difficult to express his emotions, but he wanted to make sure that you knew how much he loved you. He's always been your best friend. You've trained together, and he said he will always be your best friend, and he wishes you all the happiness of the future and loves you both to bits.
Thank you very much.
Well, I don't think I'm going to use the mic. I think you can hear me, can't you?
Yeah, you're right. No, get the mic, God.
So,
God, get the mic back.
Ladies and gentlemen, are better. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the wedding of Mr. and Mrs. Pittard. Now, as it's already been said, it's been a very long time coming. Some would say the universe was telling them not to bother. But those of us who know Darren and Renee also know that they are made for each other. And the universe was not telling them not to bother. I actually asked Darren if we could postpone the wedding again in order for me to get Beachbody ready. But he said there was no chance that he was going to wait until he was 84 to get married. Jokes aside, mind, if I had asked him, he probably would have said yes, because that's the sort of man he is. Generous to a fault, kind and loving. I've learned far more of Darren than he'll ever learn off me, I can tell you. Now, whether Renee would have agreed to delay again is another story, although she most definitely shares those same qualities. Now, without further ado, I must take this opportunity to say a few thank yous. Firstly, thanks to everyone for being here today. Can I thank the bridesmaids and the groomsmen? Bridesmaids and maid of honour, you look absolutely stunning. Groomsmen, well,
you look...
you look...
Groomsman, you look like you've spent 5 days in Ibiza. Can I also thank the hotel staff, and Tony, he's not here now, for the excellent job they've done. And a special thanks to Kaylee for all the work she's put in today.
Especially Darren.
Oh yeah, Darren, give a break, Linda.
Can I ask you all to raise a glass to absent friends, those who couldn't be with us today, and those who are no longer with us. To absent friends. It's a real privilege to be asked by Darren to be his and Renee's best man. We've known each other all our lives. We go back 25 years as running mates, and have been the best of friends ever since. But of course, the real clincher in picking me was finding someone dull enough to go to an electronic dance music festival in Belgium with him. And in a pick between me and Sweets, there was only really one winner, wasn't there? More about this stag in a minute. I first got to know Darren well during the summer of 97, 98, where, 98 must have been, where I had been asked to work on a local play scheme with a certain Andrew the farm. You might know Andrew. However, true to form, Farmer decided his time was better spent going on holiday to Ibiza of all places. So in stepped the very young Darren, barely 16, maybe 17, to work alongside a very young me, barely 18, maybe 19. Both of us were really not that much older than the youngsters we were put in charge of looking after. It simply wouldn't happen these days. I had slightly more experience, having worked for a short while with Darren's father Derek, a legend in a local YMCA, and Emma. Where's Emma? Where's Emma? Where's Emma? And Emma, remember them? We used to work on the way up. But to be fair, we were absolutely clueless beyond organising a pool tournament. Nevertheless,
Darren was to be the exact same reliable, level-headed individual he's turned out to be. Nigel, his boss of many years, often tells me that if he could, he'd employ 20 Darrens. That's how good he is.
Saving up a mini together.
And that he would never let him down. And if Nigel left £1,000 lying around, he knows that Darren would pick it up and bring it to him straight away, he said. That's how trustworthy he is. And that's some endorsement, that. From there, our friendship has never faltered, never a crossword, and soon we came to spend all our time together. Hours spent in the YM, in the rugby club, in the belt, him drinking pop, eating a colossal amount of crisps, and me drinking pop, maybe a few beers, and trying with all my might to not look at any crisps. It's never on world. I've never seen anyone eat like Darren, to be fair. Good food, bad deal, take it all. Renee once told me she was thinking of entering into a man versus food competition just so he could pay the shopping bill. Then there were many nights out. Down Neath, Swansea, over Ystrad, and of course Ponty, where he'd regularly get us into trouble for spitting water over everyone like a human fountain. I'll never forget the night he did that and got beaten up by a ginger kid called Norman. Not only did he disgrace himself, but we then got picked up by your sister, covered head to toe in mud. Well, he was. I was halfway there. Only for him to get beaten up by Sarah as well for ruining her upholstery. Good times indeed, though. Good times indeed. Another wonderful memory I have is when we used to get dressed up and go around the pubs in the local valleys the night before our local carnival to raise money. This was a long-standing tradition and we couldn't wait until we were old enough to get involved. The best occasion was around 20 years ago, when the idea was dying out really and very few people did such things. We had the debatable honour of being chauffeured by Terry Jones, I don't know if you know Terry, down to Tonner and back up the Neath Valley. First stop was the Railway Tavern, do you remember this? At 7:30. We walked in, dressed as, wait for it, female tennis players. The place was dead. 3 old men sitting by the bar, drinking Buckley's Best. Just as we were about to turn on our reels and get out of there, the barman said, "Boys, this is your lucky day." Believe it or not, there was an Ann Summers party in the back room. I swear to God, I swear to God. With a knowing glance, we looked at each other, we each said, "Okay." In we walked. Now, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but he's not a bad-looking guy. Particularly well adorned in a skin-tight lycra mini-skirt. I was quite adept at this stage at sending Darren fishing, which I'll explain a bit more in a minute. And so he went around each table offering up a squeeze of his ample legs, and I came behind with the collection buckets. We made a fortune and still remain the record breaker in Banwyn Carnival collection agents. Getting married in Ibiza is particularly fitting for Darren. And I have many, many superb stories of the holidays we've had over the years. Many, of course, I wouldn't be allowed to repeat, least not want to. But many also involve in irreplaceable nights out, dancing, watching the sunset, and admiring him sunbathe by the pool, which I've been able to relive this week, actually. We all know that Darren's favourite food is chicken curry, rice and chips. And I'll never forget the owner of the restaurant, of the first hotel we stayed at. His name's Paco. Robbed us blind, we go around the art against him. He made a good curry. Robbed us blind. It's another story. I remember him saying to Darren that if he'd had any more chicken curry, he'd grow his own wings and would be able to fly home without the plane. The holidays So Ibiza were great. Cherished memories of a simpler time where we could send Darren fishing. So sending Darren fishing, as you can imagine, when you're out in a night out and you've got a group of delectable ladies, you send the best looking bloke, don't you? Out he goes. There we sort of mingling. As good as he was at reeling them in though, I always had to step in as quickly as possible because I could never quite trust what he was going to say. And I remember on one occasion I got there slightly too late and tuned into a conversation where he was asking a young lady where she is from. And on hearing she was from London, he proceeded to ask her if she knew Dorian Yates. What knew of Dorian Yates? Did she know Dorian Yates? Yes, that would be 6 times Mr. Olympia Dorian Yates, who just happened to be living in London at the time. But of course, that mattered little, and Darren's model looks and natural charm was always a winning combination. So, on to the stag trip, and Darren said to me he'd like to go to Tomorrowland. I thought, no problem, I can handle a trip to one of the zones at Disneyland Paris. But of course, only our Darren would set his sights on a music festival, not just any music festival, but the biggest dance music festival in the world. So it was down to yours truly to organise it, and as the trip got closer, names dropped out at the realisation of having to spend 4 nights in a field sunk in. But how wrong the doubters were, and despite some mishaps, I must say it was truly one of the best weekends of my life, not least because of the company, of course. But only Darren's inimitable way of operating could get us in a €10 taxi ride that took us precisely nowhere. It was honestly the funniest thing I've seen. The 3 of us loaded up with beer and crisps, and the fittest of us, Mr. Fitter, demanded we get a taxi. No problem, we thought, not a bad idea. We hailed a taxi, great driver, nice bloke, who proceeded to drive us straight past the turning that we needed. On protesting, he apologised and thought he was taking us to the actual entrance, not the campsite. No problem, he turned around, once again driving past the turning to the campsite to end up dropping us off at the only safe place to do so, the exact point that he picked us up. I kid you not. But Darren is simply a wonderful human being. Never a bad word to say about anyone, and no one a bad word to say about him. To know him is to love him. We've become so close over the years that we've even made it a secret handshake to make sure we'd know who the real person was if one of us got cloned. I gotta be honest, there's no chance of anyone cloning me, missing tooth or not. Now, I've spoken about Darren, but of course he's only one half of the partnership and why we're here today. Renee, I must say, you're looking absolutely stunning. You've always been in my top 10. And I must say, in that outfit today, you've shot right up to the top. I almost wore it myself, I was lucky. On a serious note, you're always going to make a beautiful bride, and I know Darren would be the proudest husband in Ibiza today. Some of you may not realise that I know Renee almost as well as I know Darren. I mean, I haven't quite shared a bed with her, I did, but I was in the same school at the same time, and some of my best days in college were spent on the bus to Casainan with Renee, Sarah and Laura. None of them have changed a bit. They were always like being with the boys, and the company made the journey go so much quicker. Fast forward 10 years or so, which is about 14 years ago, on a sunny Saturday in Banwin, and as Darren and I were in the club to watch the team in a home fixture, Renee would appear with Julie. I could immediately see that Darren was quite taken with Renee and set his sights on her, talking to her about his favourite bodybuilders, rugby players, and chicken curry recipes. Thankfully, Renee took it all in her stride, equally taken with our boy, and the rest, as they say, is history. Little did I know back then that we'd be here today, but at the same time, neither does it surprise me that two of the most caring, wonderful people I've had the good fortune of knowing have found love together. You truly are a remarkable couple who together create the unit greater than the sum of his parts. And in Layla, you have produced an amazing daughter as well. So all that remains for me to do is to wish you a long and happy life together, as a family, as a couple, with all the health, wealth and luck in the world.
I found a love for me. Well, darling, just dive right in and follow my lead. Well, I found a girl, beautiful and sweet. Well, I never knew you were the someone waiting for me. 'Cause we were just kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. I will not give you up this time. Oh, darling, just kiss me slow. Your heart is all I own, and in your eyes you're holding mine. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass. We're listening to our favorite song. When you said you looked a mess, I whispered underneath my breath, but you heard it, darling. You